welcome to another night with yours truly. Like, comment, share. I hope you guys had an amazing week, spreading delight, reflecting on the delightful things in your life. This week's word of the week is excitement. Excitement is a feeling of great enthusiasm and eagerness. This week, focus on only those things that bring you excitement. Tomorrow is going to be a very exciting day for me, guys. I can't wait to share it with you. I told you something brewing in Sylvia Camille's world. I'll tell you all about it about it next week. All right, guys. This month is American Heart Month. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for both men and women in the United States. Our guest today has a testimony to share, Mrs. JaMeila Baylor-Stroud. She's an educator, singer, and so much more. Let's welcome her into the studio. Hello, JaMeila.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Sunday evening.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and I just love our attire today. We both have on red for National Heart Month, and our heart pennant. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes. Love it. So we're going to jump right on in, and let's find out who is Mrs. JaMeila Baylor-Stroud and who is JB Vocals.
Well, JaMeila Baylor-Stroud was born and raised in Raleigh, North Carolina. And let's see. And from there, I've been singing since the tender age of 5. I know a lot of people always say that, but I'll honestly ask anybody back home in Raleigh, North Carolina, who knows. I grew up in the church, Laodicea United Church of Christ off Rock Quarry Road. And so I have literally been singing since that age, if not before. Both of my parents have a musical background. My mother was born in Newburgh, New York. My father was born in Washington, D.C. And from there, God has blessed me with this gift and this talent.
Awesome. So do you remember your first solo, or where were you in church? I know you say you were in church. So
I was in church. So my first very solo was the Bible. Yes, that's the book for me. I stand all over the word of God, the Bible. I remember singing that, but as I grew, I remember my father, he wasn't a Joe, but he used to just kind of grill me and grind me, both of my parents, in pursuing and singing. They saw the gift in me at an early age. And from there, he inspired me through CeCe Winans. So I grew up doing a whole lot of her songs in music, and one of the ones that won me many of talent shows was In Return.
Okay, beautiful. You answered one of our questions. Who inspired you to start singing?
It would be CeCe Winans. Is one of my all-time favorite artists. Yes.
All right. You told us about your solo. Now, this is what I want to talk about. Is CeCe the only famous singer that you admire?
Of course not. You know that.
I know.
So one of my other all-time favorite artists, of course, is Lalah Hathaway. Mm-hmm. Yes, and that goes along the lines that I'm answering that question now, because you're going to ask me who I would love to work with, and she would be one of the people I would love to work with. And Kelly Price is another favorite of mine. Regina Bell, and a lot of people don't forget about, but Malira.
Okay.
Malira? Yes, I'm old school. And Anita Baker. Those are my top picks.
Those are your top picks. Yeah. Well, I love it. Now, with JB Vocal, you have some other gifts with JB Vocal. You also act. Mm-hmm. All right. And you've directed. So tell us about that.
I went to South Carolina State University, where I majored in elementary education, but I minored in theater arts. Um, and so, with that, my ultimate dream and my goal was, of course, to be on someone's stage, Broadway, even perhaps. But life has its twists and turns and took me in other directions. So I also utilized my gifts and talents. Growing up, I used to produce plays and shows, pageants. One of my biggest things that I did. Um, and so I was very heavy into the arts. I also danced as well and trained as well. And so, that's it. I moved here to Georgia some 15 years ago now, and stepped out on faith. Me and my husband packed up. My son was one, and we came here in hopes of I was pursuing the arts. I wanted to sing. I wanted to do the shows and plays, and that was one of the reasons I moved here. But as I said, and I'm sure you'll get into it, life has its twists and turns.
It does. But I do want the audience to know that what is the Black Nativity? You had an opportunity. So tell us about that experience, being behind the scenes with that, because Black Nativity is really known. It's been this year, of course, it was virtual, but when the Southwest Arts Center was open and we could come in and view it, you did have your hands in that. So how was that experience?
I did. I thoroughly enjoyed it and I loved it. I loved the opportunity of being able to be one of the original back behind the scenes for Black Nativity, working with Robert Connor. Um, and helping him to get the show off the ground behind the scenes, and it was amazing. I served as a stage manager, and so on and on through. And as it grew, I then became the assistant stage manager. But I had the awesome opportunity to work behind one of the major stage managers, Lark Hackshaw, who I love so dearly, and wouldn't trade the experience for the world. I learned a whole lot, from production work to people. um, it was a great experience. I really enjoyed doing that. And again, I do say it was not my first rodeo with working behind the scenes. Even a lot of people don't know, but I do direct as well.
Right. Now, I want people to know that. So if you need a director, you're listening, you need a director, Mrs. JaMeila Baylor-Stroud. You have some other gifts and talents too. You are a businesswoman.
I am the proud owner of anything but ordinary events and more. The name derived from just my overall, my well, I guess I should say my motto that I've carried with me throughout my life when I started to do pageants. And we had to come up with a motto at the very end, and that was mine: keep the faith, believe in yourself, and dare to be different. And as I campaigned, I was Miss South Carolina State University 96, 97, but my campaign slogan was vote for Jamila Baylor-Stroud, Miss SESU, you're anything but ordinary queen.
Oh,
So, so everybody who's gone to school with me knows that was my thing. So I used it a lot and turned it into, because that was who I was and who I am. I'm anything I do know that, but ordinary. I don't think like a lot of people. I don't jump and do what others do. I'm always trying to think out of the box and be creative and be anything but ordinary.
yes.
So
I always wonder where that title came from.
yeah, that's where it came from. So I turned my business into that. We owned an event venue here right in Douglasville, Georgia. Um, and unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we had to release our business after 4 years. But we still remain, we do catering and we do events and planning. So we come to you now. Any intimate events that you're having or will need hosting, setup, design, we do it for you.
All right. Awesome. Now we're gonna switch gears a little bit because our main we're gonna switch gears and we're gonna talk about our main topic this evening, which is dealing with heart complications for you. So to get us started, on February the 5th, you posted a picture of yourself on Facebook, and I want to share with the audience so that they can understand what you have gone through and how you made it when we talk about your journey. Okay, so guys, I'm going to share with you Jamila's post on February the 5th of this year. Let me just share the screen with everyone.
So while she's finding that, sometimes if you don't be nervous about it, I'm not. I know some people like my husband, like, why are you posting that? Because
I'm sorry, Jamila. She gave me permission.
no. He's talking about when I did it, because I like for people to understand and know, and it be a reminder to help somebody else. A lot of times we don't share trials and tribulations or things that we've gone through. In fact, just on yesterday evening, one of my soror's sisters, she asked, why don't we share our burdens and our pains? And I said, a lot of times, we get caught up, or we don't want people to feel empathy or sympathy, or feel like you're going through something, or wanting them to know that you've been through something or going through something. And then it's not an all factor, because that's not why we do things. I literally said that because I am a living witness. I almost lost my life. And not a lot of people even knew that then at the time.
Right. And so, I wanted to start here. We're not going to keep it up the entire time. But I just want to, point out, yes, we see the condition that you were in. And what year was that?
This was in 2015. It was 5 months after I'd just given birth to my little girl, Baylor. Mm-hmm. And it was, they called it postpartum, excuse me, cardiomyopathy. But cardiomyopathy it can be an acquired or hereditary disease, and not necessarily a disease, but a heart of the heart muscle, excuse me. And this condition makes it hard for you to deliver blood to the body, and it can lead to heart failure, which is what I had. They called it postpartum, again, cardiomyopathy, because it stemmed, they said, from complications of giving birth or being pregnant. God, I was 40 and pregnant.
Well, so I love our Baylor.
When you hit 40 and things happen, is the truth, honey. Look, but at the end of the day, that experience I will never ever forget. As long as I'm still here and I'm living and can be able to help somebody to learn the signs and symptoms. I didn't really have any, but as I look back, I didn't have any that I could plainly see. But when I look back and played it in my head, I'm like, wow. I do remember having shortness of breath a lot. Mm-hmm. I do remember being bloated. I remember drinking lots and lots of water. And I'm thinking in my mind, oh, I'm getting myself back in shape, after bouncing back from giving birth and having a baby. And I do remember my feet or my legs being swollen. But at the time, you're just thinking, oh, those are things coming down from, all you moms know, giving birth. Right. But in actuality, it wasn't. It was signs of my heart muscle getting ready to give out and explode. So just as I'm sitting here having a conversation with you tonight, Sylvia, that is how it all happened. At the time, a very, very close and dear friend of mine was staying with us for a while. And we were sitting up talking, and I remember saying, all right, well, let me get up. I was finishing up writing my essential questions. Those who are educators know, writing out my essential question strips, and said, good night. Little do I know, I thought that it was just acid reflux that I was having. I couldn't catch my breath. I started coughing, couldn't breathe, looked down. It was just blood coming out everywhere. And so I remember having enough willpower to bang on the wall and asked my friend. I said, call 911. The kids were asleep, so they didn't know what was going on. But my middle son did get up, and he was like, "Ma, are you all right?" And I told him no. So he was a big help as well. And so I just remember making it to the kitchen, and I leaned over and I literally just cried out. I said, "Lord, it's your will." I said, "Please protect me, protect me." I said, "I cannot leave this earth. I have a little girl." I said, "Please." She was 5 months old, and I just remember just giving God all the praise and the glory. And by that time, I remember nothing else but bumping down the steps in an ambulance and waking up to that picture that you guys saw. So it was a very just traumatic experience, and then learning um, what it was that I had gone through and being able to fight for my life, and everyone rallying around who send up prayers and just was there by my side. Um, but I'll never forget 2015.
2015, and it's 2021, and that
And
is
it was 2021.
a blessing. It's a blessing. So you talked about it a little bit. So there were some challenges that you had to face during that time, even since the 6 years. What are some things that you've had to go through to make sure that you're still, you're on track for continue a healthy life?
Some of the things that I've had to go through to stay on track, make sure that I have a healthy life is one, you have to do a lot of changing your lifestyle, changing your habits, things that you're eating. And I'm not going to sit here and say that that I've been perfect at it, but it's been trial and error. Um, I've gotten better. I've been more aware and keen. I stay up on my appointments, my doctor visits, having my heart test done, taking my medicine, things like that. So it has been a challenge in that area, just making sure to lessen the load and the stress of things. A, a I guess it was a process, a healing process for not just me, but I'll say my family, the boys, my husband, my mom, who came down, and everybody in the village who
Right.
rallied around, including you. So it was just a learning process, and it still is. Today, if I could share anything with everyone, is to make sure that you stay and keep your doctor's appointments. Make sure you know signs. Make sure you know. Don't just chalk up. Ooh, I gotta lose some weight. Ooh, I'm out of breath. Don't take those things for granted. Take it serious, not light. Making sure that you understand those are signs. Having swollen feet, legs, knees are not just because you've had too much salt. It could be something else that's wrong or going on with you.
Mhm.
Um, so absolutely, it's still a growing and a learning process.
Okay, we talked about this earlier, like you having doubts that you think you would not make it. So, what heavily did you lean on, things that you may not have shared with anyone in your family, to get you through the process, to make sure, because a mother of four, that's a lot and working. So, what did you do secretly that they may not even know about to keep yourself together?
Uh, I think I prayed a lot. I sang a lot. I meditated a lot. Um, and I'm transparent. I keep it real. I was even angry.
Mm,
Um, and we go through that. Like, Lord, at one moment yeah, thank you, Lord. And then the other minute I'm like, well, how could you let this happen? Like I'm trying to figure it all out. So I guess I kind of had to pep myself up a lot, and just relive and rely on that. I can't have a model that I don't lean on. I can't keep my faith and believe in myself and dare to be different if I don't continue to press on. And of course, every day looking at my kids, that really, I had a lot to live for. Yeah.
Okay, you touched on this a little bit too, but I want to make sure everyone who's listening, because it's very important, because it's heart disease is like one of the number one causes of death for men and women. Again, I want you to reiterate the best advice that you can give anyone. Listen, I'm even thinking about myself now. Like if I'm breathing hard, just walking around the school building, don't take it lightly when you walking down a flight of steps.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it could be something else, especially if you haven't been experiencing it. So, what are some things again that you want to make sure that everyone understands? And then I have one other thing that I want us to share with them, that some suggestions for all of us. It was a 28-day calendar for the month of February. So we'll look at the remainder of the days.
One of the major things that I would like to share with everybody, and this would go into another topic for another day,
Okay.
but I think that a lot of times what we don't do is we have to become our own advocate. We have to be sure that when you're going to the doctor, you're asking those questions. Um, in a nutshell, being in the hospital was not my first rodeo, having heart failure. Um, I was on bed rest with my firstborn for 91 days, 3 months in the hospital, and due to complications with him. But I will never forget, I had to make myself aware and keen of what those people were coming in your room doing. Um, and what made me, and I'm saying all this for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
I remember the nurse coming in my room one time, at that time giving me medicine, and it was the wrong medicine. And I'm like, hey, this is not me. This is not, look, this label is not me. This is not JaMeila. So if I was not assertive or not keen, that's how things happen. That's how we miss things. So I'm tying all this together to say, when you're at the doctor, make sure you ask those questions. I've had to learn a whole lot just this year with some other health complications and issues. But guys, read those numbers. Learn and know what numbers mean. A lot of times we look at and get our test results and they say normal. You could be one or two numbers off. That doesn't necessarily mean that's normal. That means we need to be aware and we need to be assertive and keen enough to know what are the things that I need to do so it doesn't decline and become worse. So my advice again is to make sure you ask those questions when you go to the doctor. Make sure you learn and you know, read those numbers, compare those numbers, and understand what they mean as you go to your doctor's appointments.
That's major, because I tried, that's major for anyone listening, for anybody, to make sure we read those numbers. And this is so beautiful, a comment from your mother. JaMeila has a song in her heart. And what is that song? I know you do.
Well, I think the song that I always carry with me is always, how can I say thanks for the things that you've done for me? Things so undeserved, yet you gave to prove your love for me. And the voices of a million angels cannot express my gratitude. All that I am and ever hope to be, I owe it all to thee. We all know, to God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory for the things He has done.
Oh, they're beautiful. Yeah, I love it. Don't make my eyelashes come off. You know I'm not a makeup artist.
Look, mine too.
You know, my
But,
magnetic
yeah.
lashes get ready to fall
So
off.
that answers your question too. So that song always has carried me through everything in my life.
Oh, beautiful. And Mama says, she says, music and songs have always kept her strong, and I know it has. She goes through life with much grace, gratitude, love, and faith.
Thank you, mommy.
And a big old beautiful, I'm going to add a big old beautiful smile to go right along with that.
Thank you.
Now, before we go to Black History Trivia, because it's Black History Month, I have to share, guys. I have to share again because I want to go show you this calendar. It's 28 days toward a healthy heart.
Yes. And I hope that I've answered while she's finding that any questions that you may have, and feel free to inbox me as well if you want to hear more of the story. If I could be of help to anybody, please let me know.
Thank you. All right. I found this, guys, and you can just Google it. 28 days toward
Okay.
a healthy heart. So we're here at day 22. Call a relative and ask about your family health history. So I think that's very important, knowing has anyone else in your family suffered from these conditions. So I thought that was very enlightening. Day
That
20,
is true.
you want to add something with me?
No, I was just saying that is true, and that is important along the lines of kind of what you asked me as
Right.
well. When I said not only ask the doctors and don't be afraid, but a lot of times too, we don't ask what is our family history, what's our lineage, who along or down the line um, had those complications,
Mm-hmm.
so you'll know where it stems from.
Tomorrow is Monday, so along with excitement, you can march in place during commercial breaks to get your heart going.
Okay.
Day 24, okay. Day 24, get a tape measure and find out the size of your waist.
Oh.
Interesting. That was an interesting fact, huh? An interesting thing to do.
Okay.
Day 20, some of us might not want to know the size.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Day 25, ask a family member or neighbor to join you for a walk.
Okay.
Okay. Day 26, fill half of your lunch and dinner plates with vegetables. So I hope we all are doing our fruits and vegetables daily. Day 27, see how many push-ups you can do in 1 minute.
Okay.
All right. And then day 28, pay it forward and tell a friend about the heart truth. So I just found this little calendar. I thought
I
it was,
like that calendar.
I like that calendar. And we should be working on our heart every month. We know
Yes, you should.
we're dedicated to it because it's the love month. But this is a calendar we can just start over in March as well. Day 1, call a friend and join our hashtag our hearts. So I just wanted to make sure that I shared it with my viewers tonight and share it and let people know because this is a very serious illness, and we are so grateful and blessed that God brought JaMeila through it.
So I wanted, well, your calendar right quick, I thought was very neat. Those of you that may not know, aside from all the other long list of things that I do, I am currently am still teaching, but I'm teaching. I teach health and PE. So how fitting, and I'm so grateful to my principal for allowing me that opportunity because it just kind of fell in line with making sure it holds me accountable to get what I need in and to work out with the kids. And I've adopted this year, since we've been home on virtual with them, stay healthy, stay fit, stay safe. So I teach them a lot of different things of how to do their exercises differently, even though those who are at home, kind of like we are right now on virtual. So I'm sitting here, you may see me behind, and I teach them how to do push-ups using the wall.
Oh, that's
So a lot of times I have to just put your hands on the wall and you're exercising in and out, in and out. So those of us who may not be able, obviously, to go down and do push-ups on the floor, this is your friend. The wall is your friend. Look, you have no excuses. You also can use the back of your chair, a chair to lean on and go in and out.
mm,
Yeah.
that's a great tip. Great tip. Great tip. Now, before Black History Trivia, how has COVID-19 impacted your life?
Whoa. Hey, that might be another show too.
Okay, you can come. Don't ask the question. You'll be back. You'll be back.
No, but listen. So, I didn't share this either. Goes along the lines of what I said. A lot of people didn't know in regards to my 2015 ordeal with heart failure. So a lot of people also didn't know that I had COVID. I had COVID. I caught COVID uh, last year. It was in June. And at that time, I think we were all walking around prior to like, oh man, I had those thoughts in my head. Okay, yeah. And math, okay. Kind of trying to feel it out. What was it? But man, when I tell you, COVID is real. It is no joke. And I've never been so sick in my life. I'm a sickly person. I had bronchitis, you name it, the flu. But COVID is real. We all have to do our part. It has definitely slowed me down a lot. It's given me time to think. It's given me time to figure out a lot of things that are going on in my life. What goals? Rethinking and resetting goals. Um, I have just admired how COVID has um, allowed everyone to dig deep into that anything but ordinary, okay, concept of what can I do? What can we do? All these people, I'm just so proud of friends and family and people that I'm seeing with their businesses popping up. Just you just moving forward with your goals and your dreams and still figuring it all out, not letting this pandemic stop us because we can't do that. We still have to press on and live life to its fullest, whatever it is. Um, I'm trying not to jump ahead in case you ask me,
Oh,
but
it's okay. And if
um,
you do it, it's
but,
okay, Millie. I
but
want
you
I want
but
everyone to
you
hear from you.
but you asked me prior to what's one of the best advice that someone has ever given me to live by, and I will never forget. Those who may or may not know, my father was a pastor. I'm a PK, but one of his pastor friends, I remember, prayed with me, and he shared with me that never lose sight of what God has for me or in store for me, and let God promote me. Now I was young then, and you walking away like, can you imagine? Like, okay,
What does that mean? Okay, whatever.
okay. But as I grew and gotten older and grown, especially in my faith and in my walk, and I began to understand exactly what he was saying. I mean, we don't plan out our lives, and it doesn't always go the way that we plan. That's first and foremost. But we always have to walk according to God's plan and what He has provided or planned out for us. So now that I'm older, I do understand what He has said. I allow Him to use me and promote me to see fit. It may not be what I want to be. I may not be this world-renowned star or artist. I may not be my name in lights at this moment. I have my name in lights, but it may not be where I think I want to be. I may not be just balling or rich, but I'm rich in other ways and other things.
Yeah.
But to be able to be a blessing to someone on a daily basis, to use my gifts and talents, to be a servant, um, hey, that's okay with me.
I love it. Well, that leads me to another question. Any personal goals for you for 2021? Did you make any resolutions, or do you have a vision board at home?
I used to. I don't have a vision board. I do have personal goals or some goals that I would like to attain. And one of them, I think we both share this and Aspire. We've sat in those long lines trying to reach Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry, you better call us.
Hurry up and call us, TP.
Yes.
We don't want to come right down the back gate.
Right. Listen, me and Pierce go way back, and we used to say that all the time. I said, "Look, we're gonna sit out here on this corner with our boom box and just sing and dance right here in front of this."
Right in the studio. We're gonna go to jail together.
We sure were. But that wasn't his plan, but he is using us in so many other ways. So, right now I say that to say one of my goals and dreams is, yes, to continue working on my CD, and for no other reason. I want to put it out just to cross that off my personal agenda. I do write music, and I do sing it as well. So I would say I'm a songwriter. A lot of people know that I do. Um, I used to do jingles. I had world-renowned jingles. If you are familiar up north that way, the Russ Parr Morning Show, that jingle aired for years. The Russ Parr Morning Show with Olivia Fox. Um, that was my voice behind there. I did jingles for the ABC Musical Network. So, I just want to be able to get back out there, doing what I love and my passion, performing, singing, acting, dancing. Um, have a lot of dreams and goals. I think somewhere along the line I can check them off one by one. But hey, that's pretty much where I want to be.
And it's gonna happen. And it has happened, as someone told me. Like you said, it might not be real big happening, but it's happening. So
Yeah.
you're living your dream. How do you balance all of this, Jamila? I'm like, how do you balance all this? What is your self-care like?
Ooh. Actually, to be honest, I do go, and a lot of people who are close to me tell me all the time, you need to slow down, take time for yourself. I feel like now, between having heart failure, I bounced back quickly and tried to still keep going. But now, being revealed, I have some other health challenges going on right now, that I have learned that I do. It is important for me to begin to take time out for myself, to take time out to do the things that I love and I want to do. Yet at the same time, you know how it is, still being a mother,
Yes.
a wife, a daughter, a sister. Um, but at the end of the day, none of that will matter if I don't take care of myself.
Right.
So
It's our parents, it's our baby back
that's
there.
Baylor back there. Yes, indeed.
Oh, I love it. I have really enjoyed this intimate conversation. It was very heartfelt. And now it's time to find out Black History Trivia.
Oh, where the people at?
How much does Jamila know about her Black history with music?
The music. Oh,
Yeah, it's all music categories.
okay. We'll see.
Guys, if you think you know the answer and you want to help her out, just put your answer in the comments and I'll pull it up, okay? And if she gets it right, we
I
all
can't
gonna yell,
see.
huh?
I can't see the comments.
Oh, I'm gonna put it up. Not yet.
Oh,
No one
okay.
has. And then if she gets it right, I'm gonna yell Black History.
Okay.
Okay. So, the first question is, which rapper is famous for wearing parachute pants? Lauryn Hill, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, or
MC Hammer.
Black History. Somebody said she's gonna get all of them. Let's see who is your friend. Deanna.
Hey, go Baba.
Yeah, she got the first one. All right, here we go. Who was awarded the first gold record? I read the choice. Okay, read choices. The Beatles, Elvis Presley, Perry Como, Nat King Cole. Let's see if anybody's gonna help.
I hope. In my mind, they pump up all the others. I want to say Nat King Cole, but I'm gonna go with the Beatles.
Oh, not the Beatles.
Not the Beatles?
No, Beatles. It's Perry Como.
Oh, Perry Como. Okay, that's one to look that one up.
So it's really music.
Where are my helpers?
It's music history because Perry is a black, if I'm not mistaken.
I said, where are my helpers though?
Where your helpers? Okay, JaMeila is looking for somebody. Y'all not helping in the comment section. How many different instruments did Prince play on the hit debut album? 3, 0, 27.
Michelle, where you at? Where's my sister-in-law? Where's she at?
Where your sister-in-law?
Where's Michelle?
Where? Let me see. I'm looking at the comments. Michelle, sister-in-law, she calling for you. How many different instruments did Prince play on his hit debut album? 3, 0, 27, or 9?
He was talented. I feel like the kids, they're on virtual trying to sneak right quick.
Oh, you going to Google? I know, you can't go to Google. Oh, that is funny.
Look, 27.
Black History.
Thanks, Google.
Oh, that is hilarious. Somebody said all of them. Somebody said all of them. Like he played all of them. All right. What former American Idol? And it's okay. We having fun. What former American Idol runner-up has been touring with Queen since 2001? David Archuleta, Clay Aiken, Scott McGreerney.
Oh, goodness. Help me, somebody.
Adam Lambert. These are music trivia questions.
And is it Adam? No.
Nobody in the comment section. Do y'all not know?
Helping me at all.
Everybody's gonna get the last question.
Lambert, Adam Lambert.
She over there.
Nobody's helping me, so Google stepped in.
The teacher is being very resourceful tonight. I love it. Now everybody should be helping JaMeila on this, and everybody should put something in the comment. Which song did Michael Jackson want to sing as a debut with Prince? Bad, Beat It, Man in the Mirror, Say. Go to Google because
what song did Prince want to sing?
Yeah. What song did Michael Jackson want to sing as a debut with Prince? So Prince was gonna sing one of Michael Jackson's songs with him. Which song did Michael Jackson want Prince to sing along with him? And we are gonna have to use Google because Sylvia Camille forgot to circle the correct answer when she did this.
Let me see. What song did Michael want to?
Uh-huh.
I was gonna just guess
We
bad.
all, we
You
all,
know I'm bad. I'm bad. Ooh, ooh,
it's gonna be our answer tonight. It's whatever
ooh.
JaMeila says.
That's what it says.
Bad. Very
Yeah.
good. Very good, JaMeila. Very good.
Well,
Black History
thank
Mix.
you, Google.
Thriller was not. Tell them, Thriller was not one of the.
Somebody said thriller.
That was not one of the options. It's not one of the options.
Yeah, that is cool.
Well,
Oh,
JaMeila.
somebody text me and said,
Wait,
"Thank you, sister-in-law. She good, good.
and what was the answer? Was it
Bad,
bad?
bad."
Bad was the answer. Bad was the answer. Yay! Very good. Well, JaMeila, this is all our time we have tonight together. It has been very heartfelt and warm. I want to thank you again for being
Okay.
a guest on Sylvia Camille Sunday Night Live. You all don't forget to like, comment, share. Share this conversation tonight with all of your family and friends. Remember those tips that we shared on the Google. So just type in 28-day Heart Association calendar. Okay? Now, JaMeila, I want you to stay in the studio for 1 second and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, guys, that's it. Our guest tonight, Mrs. JaMeila Baylor-Stroud, shared with us a heartfelt conversation due to her heart complications. And God is a miracle worker because she is still here. God, He can do anything. Don't forget, this week, I want you to focus only on those things that are excited in your life. Tomorrow is something exciting going on. Make sure you look at my media pages this week because a video might pop up and I don't want you to miss it in Sylvia Camille's world. I'll see you same time next Sunday, 6 p.m. Like, comment, share. Love you guys. Be safe out there.